Guys, get into the stream. Now then, guys, welcome to the stream. Loads happening in the world of Liverpool today. Isak, where are we standing? Where's the latest, guys? We need to talk about the AC Milan game, a massive roundup, loads of star performances, some questionable performances, I'll say. Perhaps Harvey Elliott we'll talk about later on as well. We're going to talk about Luis Díaz's future. The people are flooding into the chat. This is a really almost surreal feeling, really, because there's actually people listening to what I'm saying, which is still crazy to me. We've got a new thing on the channel now. The channel membership is now live. I think it's the cheapest I could put it, or certainly one of them. It's like £2, I think, or something. And all the members will be, hopefully, if I get any, listed on the left-hand side of the screen for every live stream. So you guys can get involved. I really appreciate every single person who's not only just dropped by, but decides to become a member. That is a massive step forward in the channel. So thank you so much in advance. Hopefully, what's up, Sayanda? Hello, how are you? Evening, Kyle. Nathan's in the stream. Billy's in the stream. Hi guys, hope you're all doing well. I've actually got some pictures as well to show you today, which is, again, I'm leveling this thing up. So we'll start with Alexander Isak, and oh man, look at me now. I'm in the middle way there. Let me move myself. There we go. So the latest on Isak is to be fair, there isn't much of a latest because it seems to be just the same thing every day. Fabrizio Romano, there is nothing ongoing between Isak and Al Hilal. Isak has already turned down Saudi options. He said no, as he wishes to remain and play at the highest level in Europe, which absolutely, by the way, is so commendable. I look at someone like John Durant, who's obviously a bit younger, but he decided to take the leap and take the money, let's be real, and go to Saudi when there's such a bright future ahead of him, which no doubt he still will, but Isak wants to continue at the highest level, whether that be in Paris. I've seen actually linked a bit, PSG. I don't think that'll happen, whether it be Liverpool, whether it be that's about it, really, or at Newcastle, stay at Newcastle. Honest to God, do you think Ekitike is better at left wing than Gakpo? I disagree. I think if you sign Ekitike as a striker, you play him as a striker. I think it's as simple as that. If you're in the TikTok, get over into the YouTube. We've got loads of things on the screen. We're bringing comments up. Luca, how are you, mate? Not watching the darts. I'm going to try and catch the Little game. I don't know when it starts, but we're going to get this stream done first. I'm really looking forward to it. Kyle, I almost don't feel like a Liverpool fan of all the transfer news. Like, when has it ever been this good? It's almost overwhelming, isn't it? I get that. Entirely get that. And make sure you leave a like, guys, and subscribing. If 50 people in here leave a like, that'll make my night. Thank you. So, Isak, I think nothing's really changed in terms of the latest. The latest is just, it doesn't change. I want Fabrizio to tell us when something does change. Ideally, that'll be easy for everyone. And all these artists, Paul Joyce and all these people, just let us know when something does change, guys. Because at the moment, Isak looks like he wants to leave, and that's not changed in a couple of days. Let's talk Luis Díaz now. This one's from Nathan. Do you think we can play with two strikers with Ekitike and Isak? I think, yeah. I don't see why not. I think they're both quite fluid in the way that maybe Ekitike could drop in whilst Isak kind of stays on the last man. He's more of an out-and-out forward, I guess, out-and-out number 9. So I guess, yeah, they could both play together, and I'd want them both to play together. I don't want to... It's all like Ekitike could play off the left, and why sign him if you're going to move him? I want players to play in their best position. Let's get the best out of everyone, in my opinion. Joshua, after today, it's clear we need a centre-back. Is there an ideal one you have in mind? For me, it's still... what's the fella? Let me just try and put my thing back on. Hold on. So, like, the problem is now, so I need to remove that from... There we go. That's my overlay. Look at it. Look at it. It's nice. All the members are going on the left, hopefully. That's the plan. Yes, the centre-half, I've still got in my mind Matt Gahey. It's gone very quiet on Gahey. I just think, actually, he's maybe even better than Konate, and people are quite quiet to admit that. But Matt Gahey's a top centre-back. The only thing really people are talking about is, oh, he's not very good in the air. It's like, well, hold on. He's that good kind of reading the play. Matt Gahey, that's one of his massive strengths. You almost don't need to commit, and you've got Van Dijk next to you. It's like, really, is that the only thing you can actually pinpoint as the big problem? Is that putting you off him that much? Do you know what I mean? If you're in the TikTok, get into the YouTube. We're bringing comments up on the screen. There's 70 people in here now. It's crazy. Jack, mate, would you ever do a live watch along? Possibly, yeah. To be honest with you, I'd rather watch the game downstairs with my dad, but we'll see what happens. If this really progresses, I might be in a position where it's like, wow, these watch alongs have to happen. So I appreciate the support. CVN, I have a feeling of disbelief with how many how we're moving forward, and almost like it's too much. Honestly, I think we need a centre-back more than Isak. I agree with that. In terms of depth, in terms of the balance of the squad, I think you're entirely right. Although we can't... It's like Isak's one of the best players in the league. Is that more important than bringing in a backup centre-back? For me, it's so tough. I can see your point exactly, and it's probably emphasised even more now. Joe Gomez has gone back home with an Achilles injury, or not hamstring, a tendon injury. It's like we're on week 3. Do you know what I mean? At least get us to week 4, 5. At least get us to the Bournemouth game, and he's gone home already. So losing Kwanzaa, having Gomez as that unreliable player, Konate himself is not particularly reliable. Let's not forget that they're both injury prone. So Van Dijk's the only solid / very good player we've got right now. So another one, I agree with you, would be amazing. Nathan Fabrizio always posts the same thing, mate. It's boring. It's really boring. Bradley or Frimpong starting as a right back. I'll open that to the crowd. Actually, let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you're in the TikTok, get into the YouTube, guys. Come on, bring comments up on screen. Jack, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be asked 2 players, and I think that's the best compliment you could give to either of them. They're both as good. They're both going to challenge each other. Honestly, I think Bradley will play. Not what I think will play. I think Slot will play Bradley. Obviously, that trust's already there. I think he's been the better player in pre-season so far from what we've seen. Which is only brief bits, right? But Bradley's more complete, and I think at the start of the season, you want to keep that continuity from last season. You want to ease that transition, in my opinion, from last season to this season. Therefore, Bradley should start. There's a lot of new players coming in, and bringing in 5 to the first team, for me, is quite overwhelming. This one's from Connor. We need to strengthen the centre-half position. I agree. Let me know who you would target in particular. It's quite a short list of not like a short list, a very short list, literally a short list of players who could really bring in. I was liking Zabani, and that's not happening. He's gone to did he go to PSG in the end? I think I've missed that confirmation, but it was certainly linked very heavily. I think he has. I don't know. If he has, Jesus, Bournemouth have lost Huijsen, Zabani, and Kirkes. That's rough. That's really rough. Maybe he hasn't gone then, definitely. But trust in Reece Williams. Is he still here? My word. Off topic, did you ever go to university? Yeah, I've just graduated, actually, literally the other day. So this is my full-time job now. So I appreciate all the donations and the membership, etc. You know what I mean? It really goes a long way. So thank you so much. But yeah, this is the full thing now. If we play a front 2, how does Dom get into the team? And he has to play, in my opinion. It's a weird one with Szoboszlai because he's done nothing wrong to warrant being dropped. However, it could be as simple as just Wirtz is a better player. And I hear the arguments. People are on Twitter like, what do you mean you're dropping Szoboszlai? What do you mean? All right then, smartass, where are you playing him? Because I don't see an obvious choice. I don't see an obvious position for Szoboszlai. You don't get in behind the striker over Wirtz. You don't get in as the number 9, obviously. You don't get off the right because of Sally. You don't get in off the left because of a Gakpo or an Ekatike if he plays wide. If you play with the front 2, you don't get in the front 2. If you play a midfield 2, it's not McAllister or Gravenberch. So where the hell are you finding a position for him, in my opinion? I think it's quite an unobvious. Oh, I'm live. Sorry. You know on the mouse pad when you do that, and sorry, I won't do that again. My word, I thought I just ended the stream really abruptly. We've not ended the stream, but I've lost all my graphics. God. Anyway, let's bring up this. I need to re-download it. Just talk amongst yourselves for 5 seconds because I need to re-download my graphic. And this one, someone said bro died. No, that did not happen. We're talking about Luis Díaz. Let's get Luis Díaz up on the screen. I hope you can still hear me, guys. Just a little nod if you could hear me would be great. Thank you so much. Luis Díaz. I actually thought he would play. Amongst all the rumours and that of him leaving, his future certainly uncertain. James can hear me. Great. Ideal. Thank you. A very uncertain future. However, I just thought pre-season, instead of Ben Doak playing up front, which clearly didn't work, he clearly didn't really fit in there. He looked a bit like a fish out of water, really. Yeah, he's quick and he's obviously used to being in an attacking scenario. In a more central zone with no one feeding off him was really quite hard to watch, to be honest with you. He was like a fish out of water, as I said. So having Diaz in that squad would have just been nicer for the team. I get he's linked elsewhere, and this does certainly for me confirm now that Bayern Munich move is becoming a reality. I don't see Barcelona signing him with Rashford, obviously. I don't see Saudi. I think that's gone very quiet. I think it will be Bayern Munich or no one. And the fact we're on about, is it £62 million we're on now? Might even be more. I don't know where the line is or where the yes deal is with Diaz. But for me, yeah, this is an absolute indication of this man's not staying, is he? Like, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts down below. This is surely the best indication we could have been given, right? On Louis. Let me just put myself in the middle. Why? Oh my god. I'm clicking my button to move into the middle. It's not working. Sorry. There. I'm in the middle. Bloody hell. If you did feel so generous, we've now got membership set up as well. So if you feel like giving back to the channel, you get perks. You get your name on the side of here as well. You get a membership only live chat. You get a membership badge every time you leave a comment. You get, I believe, you can gift memberships to other people. There's loads of things you can do. So if you're interested, it's a great way of supporting the channel. I think it's the cheapest it actually goes as well. If you're in the TikTok, get into the YouTube. This is where it's at right now. There's 65 in here. Let's go through some of these comments briefly. LolZ, thoughts on Gakpo? I'm happy to be wrong, but he moves like a truck and he's very very predictable. I disagree entirely. I think he's got output. He's absolutely got output in a world where maybe Ngumoha doesn't right now. In a world where Diaz is leaving, he's absolutely a great asset for me. Gakpo is a really good player. Maybe underrated then, given what you're saying and what I'm saying. I think he really is good. This one's from Joshua. How you doing, mate? All right. I do feel people overreacting. As Fabrizio has confirmed that we will bring in a centre back. Yeah, I agree. It will happen. It's just about when, right? You don't want to be left with the first game of the season. Bournemouth goes on. It's like, oh, we need a centre back still. Surely you want to get that done before the Bournemouth game, or even better now. Well, in pre-season, give him a few more games before the Premier League game. I don't know. It just feels like the priority is not there, and rightly so, because we just signed Ekatika, we signed Wirtz and Frimpong, and Kirk is not so long back. It's like, are we really going to be moving that fast? I don't know. We've moved very well already, and obviously with Jota, that's slowed a lot of things down, and it's absolutely put a pause to a lot of things. So I understand it completely. Noah Lang, hello. You actually play football, don't you? But it's probably not actually you. Luis Díaz hasn't been the same since that injury. I don't know. I think that's unfair. I think he was okay after that. I think he had a good season last year, Diaz. I really think he started so well. He started really strong, had a flat patch in the middle, and then I think he picked it up. Personally, if you are in this channel now and you're not subscribed, make sure you're clicking the subscribe button. There's 75 people in here, 78. Guys, we're rising. If you leave a like, it's the easiest thing to help the channel. It's free. It's entirely free. It helps the algorithm push it out to more people. We then grow the community. You get more live streams per week. It makes so much sense. And if you're on the TikTok, get into the YouTube live stream. This one's from MTM. Sorry, I missed this one. If we don't sign Gahey, who else is as good? Joe Gomez picked up another injury. Yeah, it's a nightmare, mate. I want someone who is as flexible as Joe Gomez, who is as malleable as Joe Gomez, and the fact he could play left back, centre back, or right back. He even played midfield last year, which didn't work. Remember that? That did not work. In the live streams coming up, we've got a few things. Look at the bottom on there. You can read what's coming up. So we've talked about Isak already. We've spoken about Luis Díaz. We're going to do a recap of the AC Milan game shortly and talk about Rio Ngumoha and Wirtz. So stay tuned. There's a bit to go through so far. This is my second ever live stream, so I am trying to get better. You know what I mean? Nice one. Would you be happy if they sold Diaz? I get it. I entirely get why it's an option. I just think, but personally, I love him. So it's like when you lose one of your favourite players, actually my favourite player, it's very hard to say yes to, but I get it. £70 million for me, I think it's a real talker. Like that he gets you talking, that doesn't it? £70 million. I think the 50-odd million one was an insult, to be honest with you. I think he offers way more than that valuation. I'd be good to see him go, but I see the bigger picture. The greater good, I guess. Diaz and Nunez are going, and Isak is a done deal. Colette, I really hope so. I don't know though. I really don't. I don't see it. I don't see the back end of that statement anyway. I think the first two go. There's 91 people in here. We've never had 100 people in this live stream. Let's get in. Let's get liking. Let's get 100 people in here. Make sure you subscribe down below. It really goes a long way in helping the channel grow. We've got membership set up as well now, which is pretty exciting. Jamie, hello. Hope you're well, mate. Just wanted to say keep up the great work. Appreciate your videos. Love from South Africa. Shall I try the accent? I'm doing this in a non-racist way. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. That was Australian. Cheers, Jamie, mate. That was Australian. Damn, you're gonna have to just have Australian. Oh, that was so bad. Thank you though. I'm not very good at accents. I'm so bad. Oh, that's online forever. Really? Thank you, Matt. I can't do it. It's a really tough one, isn't it? South Africans like no syllable sounds like the last one. It's quite hard to. Anyway, thank you though. I really appreciate it. Diaz was a great player for us. He just lacked clinical finishing. I agree with that. I'll agree with that. This one's from Gravy. Nice one. Or Gravy. The Nunes Isak swap. Right. That's never happened. This one's from Paddy. Do we replace Diaz? I'll go with Gakpo and Rio. Yeah. I really like actually the alternative, I guess, rotation of Gakpo and Rio and Ngumoha. They're quite similar. Is the only thing. I think they both like to. I think Rio's more successful in taking players on, but they both like to square the fullback up. I think they've both got that kind of cut inside shoot attribute. They both want to get onto the right foot, coming in off the left. Whereas Diaz was quite comfortable in taking his man on and taking him down the line, right? So I think that's where it's different. If you're in the TikTok, get into the YouTube. We need 9 more people in here to get 100 people. We've never had 100 people in this stream before, and that is probably the first big milestone, to be honest with you. And the second biggest milestone is getting 1 member, and then we're laughing. Then the only way's up now. So you get your name on the side there. There's extra perks. You get, read them. I don't know what they are. This one's from AJ29. Will we have our transfer business done before the Palace game? When is that, by the way? I assume not. I assume not, because it's like we've got a bit of time left. And again, I was saying before, it's all been delayed a bit with Jota, and unfortunately, I don't think it'll be then. I think it'll be after, and I'm fine with that. As long as it gets done at some points before it ends, that's enough for me. Tomo, Rio needs a loan. We don't. You know something? We don't need. Yeah, I agree with that. But I like the guy. I want to get him played. I'm just going to actually now just cover the AC Milan game. Let's do a little recap, because I said I would. We're 15 minutes in now. I'm just going to get a graphic on the screen of our lineups. Hope you all can wait 1 second, just while I get used to doing this. Right, here we go. Let's move myself to there, and let's bring that up on screen. You can't see the defense because I've put a comment in the way. There we go. So that is how we lined up today. I've done a video on this as well. If you're interested, go and check that one out. I'll come back to the comments in a second, so stay with me. This kind of 4-3-3 was interesting today. Morton, obviously, can you see my mouse? Someone give me a heads up if you can see my mouse. Am I just doing this pointlessly? But I'm trying to highlight Morton. Hope you can. Morton he kind of played both halves, didn't he? He came off and then came back on second half, which is really weird. I didn't know you could do that in a pre-season game. Morton, I thought, was a bit of a metronome in that game. Really trying to play. You can't see the mouse. Great. Which is Kyle anyway. Look at Morton, is what I'm trying to say. He were popping it off to centre-backs, who was playing the simple pass, playing it very well, in my opinion. I don't think he was very ambitious with his passing. I don't think it was like a Gravenberch, who likes to play them long passes, or like a Trey Ione, actually, against Preston, who was really looking forward, getting his head up and playing them fizz passes along the ground. I wasn't seeing too much of that from Morton, but what I was seeing was very simple and effective. We'll talk... Oh, hold on. Look at me. I'm all over the shop here. Wait there. That's there. So this is what it looks like, but let's just talk about on the ball, because I think when you talk about off the ball, it gets quite confusing. On the ball, it was this. It wasn't a 4-3-3. This is probably the nearest resemblance I could get without looking really blurry and crazy. It was a 3, definitely a back 3, right? Robertson was tucked into a back 3 off the left. Van Dijk was your central centre-back, and Gravenberch was filling in for someone like Joe Gomez or Konate on the right side of a back 3. He actually had a lot of positions, a lot of ground to cover, in this right-hand side of the defence. Morton was the player who was sitting in front. It wasn't like a 3-2. It was actually just a 3 kind of 1 with Szoboszlai and Elliott in front. Those two players were interchanging throughout the game. I thought Elliott had a bad game. And I'd love to know what you think now. Let me know in the comments now, and I'll bring some comments up on Harvey Elliott. What were your thoughts on his performance? What is your thoughts on his future at Liverpool? Because I don't particularly see it. Certainly in this system here. It's almost like he doesn't fit in the system. He doesn't fit right now what we're trying to do. He's too slow to be a winger. Let me just bring that back up and change back to there. I thought, what was going on here? George? I don't understand. Does that just keep disappearing? Maybe that's it. Sorry, wait there. Right. That screen needs to stay still. My word, there. We're back. Elliott, he's too slow to be a winger. He's not physical enough to be a midfielder at number 8. As a number 10, where's his position? Like, where does... I don't see it. Well, I mean, you look at like Wirtz, you look at Szoboszlai, you look at other players who could play as a 10. He's certainly not in the pecking order. He's down there, mate. Like, someone, Alex. Elliott looked like he couldn't keep up with the intensity in passing. Lots of long balls didn't connect. I agree. He started off really, really poor, didn't he? Like some really loose balls. Harvey's so good, but I feel like he needs to go. How much do you take for him? I guess is the question. I'd personally take 35 million. I think that's worth it, given he's a homegrown player as well. He's done it in the Premier League before. Unfortunately, he isn't going to get game time at AC. Why I said AC Milan? What me on about? He isn't going to get game time at attacking midfield or central midfield and right wing. He's too slow, unfortunately. I agree. I entirely agree. I think Harvey will leave this summer. Whether it's temporary or not, it needs to develop. I'm just going to take a reminder here to take a minute to remind you to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Don't miss out on content this year. Well, this month, really. We've got loads of things planned. Elliott Christiansen. So no worries at all from the Milan game. Oh, there's loads of worries. There are loads of worries. I thought we overcommitted too much. Certainly in the second half when Kirkers came on. Kirkers was literally trying to get onto that front line. It was almost a 2-2-6 at one point with Kirkers joining on. We conceded 3 goals. I think that says enough, to be honest. We were so exposed. Excuse me. Tom Culshaw. Now then, mate, I don't see a future for him. Time to move on now. I agree. I think we get 40. 40 is a bit optimistic. He's done a lot of good work for the England team, under 21s, I guess. But unfortunately, Harvey Elliott needs a move for himself mainly. Slot didn't play him last season much, and now we've strengthened. Maybe he can go for... Yeah, Fulham for 40. I think 40 mil is a bit much, guys. You're not saying 40 mil. There's 96 people in here. Make sure you're leaving a like down below. And hopefully... I want to promote some people to mods, by the way. If we get some... The first 5 members we get on the left-hand side, they'll all be mods, because I've got no mods in here right now, and I want to get someone in here to man this thing. So, you know what I mean? What do you think about Rodrigo if we sell Diaz? I get it. It's a lot of money. It's another big name. Do we need that? I'd stay with Gakpo. I'll be honest with you, I think Gakpo's good enough. I really do. Legends. Won't forget pre-season. Carvalho and Elliott, mate. Them false nines. Wow. I value him at 40 million. I don't think Elliott's worth 40 million. If you're in the TikTok, get into the YouTube, guys. We're bringing comments up on the screen. We've got it all going on right now. I think he'll go next window. Next window, really. I don't see why it wouldn't be now, though. If it's going to go at some point, surely now makes sense, right? In this kind of rebuild. Harvey is class. This one from Limo. Harvey is class, but if I have to think of it from an unbiased standpoint, he needs to move, or at least a loan. Harvey Elliott can't go on loan. You can't loan Harvey Elliott. Just don't feel right. He won't get regular first team football. It's a sell on nothing. For me, it's Brighton. I think Brighton actually would work really well. They're very they like players who are comfortable on the ball. They like players who are confident in their ability. I think Harvey Elliott is. He could pick the ball up anywhere on the pitch and carry it and protect it and create, but he just couldn't do it in our team because he's not first choice. He's not even second, and he's barely third. So with a heavy heart, though, I like Harvey. I do. This one's from Raziers Marsad. Sorry, I butchered your name there. Do you think Liverpool should look at Angelo Stiller? Mate, I think he's brilliant. I think he's really brilliant. I don't know if he's particularly a tackler. I need to see more of him. I know he's a very good passer of the ball. That seems to be his biggest strength. And in our team, I want more of a destroyer, personally. We've got 100 people in the stream. The first ever time we've had 100 people in the stream. Thank you all so much. Thank you for liking and subscribing. That's the first big milestone of these streams. It's my second ever stream. And that's the first big milestone. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you're new, make sure you subscribe for more. I want a destroyer in there, a different profile to a Gravenberch, in my opinion, but still looks great. I think someone like Man United, it's exactly what they need. Someone to keep the ball. This one's from Jakob. What do you think about Rodrigo if we sell Diaz? I like him. Of course, he's Rodrigo. He's a Brazil international. He's played for Real Madrid with top players. Off the left, his best position. But it's like, I've not seen too much of him, firstly. I'd just rather Gakpo. I'll be honest with you. Maybe Rodrigo's a better player than Gakpo. Maybe he is. But I know Gakpo. Gakpo is... I've just seen Rory Talks Football WhatsApp me now. Joe Gomez out till February. You are kidding. The Rory Talks Football bomber. I've just been Rory Talks Footballed. Is he trolling? To February? Is that right? Can someone confirm that on Twitter now? Gomez out till February. The Rory Talks Football bomber. Oh my God. Guys, can someone get on Twitter now? Because I can't check. Sell Gomez and bring... Well, no one's going to buy Gomez if he's out till Feb. Rory Talks Football. Oh, wait, maybe not. I've been unbombed. I've been Rory Talks Football bombed. I've been rage-mated. What the heck? Can I block this guy? Genuinely, just popping up on my WhatsApp. I'm getting. Oh my word! Alex says yes. What does yes? Does yes mean injured or yes mean no injured? Guys, let me know. Achilles injury, but is it a significant injury? Rory dropping exclusives. Definitely not. Now he's put definitely not. So now I've been actually. What's happened basically is Rory Talks Football's gone on my WhatsApp and gone, Gomez injured whilst I'm on a stream, and I've gone, guys, Gomez injured. Everyone's gone crazy here, and then he's gone on WhatsApp. No, he's not. Am I getting pranked here? Does say possibly Feb, minor Achilles injury. It's on Twitter. Oh my word! What the source is like? For the people saying Rodrigo, Pierce already said it's not fit. Joe Gomez Achilles injury. We'll see him sidelined until February. Paul Joyce. Is it a real account? Joyce said it. You are kidding. We are it. Can someone let me know if this is true here? Because everyone's saying yes, everyone's saying no. If you're in the TikTok, get into the YouTube and leave a like if you know what I mean while you're here. Someone said it's fake. Anfield papers, mate. I get it's funny, right? I get it, but I thought, when you see Anfield something, oh, this must be real. And they report it like in the way they do. I saw Robertson was our vice captain on that, and I did a video on it. I was like, that's not real. 10 minutes in, someone commented, that's fake. I was like, oh, for God's sake. I get it's funny. So is it not? So it's not true. It's the Anfield papers have made it up. It's fake. You've been Anfield papered. Rory Talks Football. You've got a lot to answer for, Sunshine. After this, my word. Anyway, let's get back to the channel. Let's get back to the video. What was I talking about before that? Should we talk Rio Ngumoha for a bit? Have I got any more pictures to bring up on screen? There's 120 people in here, guys. This is my record was 100, and now there's 120. We've surpassed the any expectation. I mean, we've surpassed that anyway. But yeah, this is crazy, guys. Thank you so much for the support. Well, let's bring up this one. Wait there. Bang. Is that on? Hold on. It's never easy, is it? There. Right. Here we go. Oh, James Pierce said it's a minor Achilles injury. Right, well, that can't be a Feb. Right, he's not out till Feb then. Okay, good. Good. What do you think of Arsenal's business? I think they've done really well, mate, to be honest with you. I think they've had a really good window. I think Gyökeres will actually do well. A lot of people are writing him off. I have no reason to believe that's true. He's scoring goals for fun. Better than anyone else in Europe, so it's going to work in my opinion. Here's the starting 11 today. Let's talk about Ngumoha. Do you think Ngumoha could actually feature? And I'm not just talking about Champions League. No, sorry, I'm not just talking about FA Cup like Accrington last year. I'm not just talking about the League Cup. I'm talking about seriously coming off the bench in Premier League games and impacting the game. And also Champions League games. I look at that PSV game last year, which was like a null and void game, a free hit, right? Them kind of games this year are perfect for a player like Rio Ngumoha. Just ease him in under the lights, get used to the setting, used to the high profile of obviously the Champions League, right? And I think he could absolutely thrive there against coming on off the bench against really tired fullbacks. I don't see why that's a risk at all. Yeah, you're risking a player who's not been exposed to that level of football. Will he buckle under pressure? From what I've seen in not just today's game against AC Milan, by the way, Champions League side, but also that Preston game, but also that Accrington game last year, and also countless testimonials from people saying how good he's in training and Arne Slot trusts him. I think he could absolutely do well. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't. Ngumoha, let me know your thoughts down below. I could see FA Cup games. I think that's a guarantee. I think he'll start FA Cup games. It's just about coming on, kind of off the bench. Alex Wood, I really hope Ngumoha can push Gakpo for his place. Yeah, Gakpo's got some competition now. You know what I mean? Diaz is leaving, looking like he's leaving anyway. Gakpo might be thinking, well, you know what I mean? I'm starting now, but hold on. Ngumoha's breathing down your neck. And he's hungry as well. This is a very confident player. If you're in the TikTok, make sure you're following the TikTok and get into the YouTube. We're bringing comments up on screen. We've got 110 people in here, by the way. The first time we've ever had over 100 people in. This one's from Almost Everything Soccer. We were shocking at the back. Yeah, that's no lie. We really were. Really bad as well. So overexposed. We overcommitted, I think, too many times. Yeah, it was really rough. It was like, I get it's a preseason game. I get there's no stakes. I get it's not played at the intensity. But surely that's a flavour of what's to come, is it not? How many games are left now until the actual season starts? And I get it was a broken team, a fragmented team. But am I not like expecting similar things next season in terms of being hit on the transition, hit on the break? I see similar themes. If we're going to concede last season, if I said to you now, Liverpool are going to concede 30 goals next season, how are we going to do it? On the transition are going to be 80% of them, in my opinion. And maybe corner goals as well. But let me know your thoughts. It's like you can surely preempt and take things from that preseason game. This whole it's only pre-season thing. I get the argument, but if that was the only argument, no one would watch it. If that was the only argument, no one would even play it. We just wouldn't even play pre-season. We'd just go on holiday. Of course you can take stuff from pre-season. Alex Wood, he will terrorise fullbacks, especially older ones. Yeah, imagine that. That fella, that Preston fullback who looked at double his age, to be fair. And he put double that age on top of him after playing him as well. Like, it terrorised him. Tomori is an AC Milan player, and he kept getting rinsed. Whenever he goes against... Yeah, what I like about Ngumoha actually today, he was going inside quite a few times, and he wasn't getting great success. And instead of keep doing it, he went outside. He took his man on the outside, beat him with pace. He dropped his shoulder and he went. He's so confident. Like, yeah, he doesn't get past his man all the time, but it's about how you pick yourself up from the failure of not getting past him and how you improve and better your chances for the next time. And I think a similar thing can be said about Trey Naoni. If you're in the TikTok, get into the YouTube, by the way. George Scaife, LFC. We've got 100 people in here. We're getting comments on screen. Trey Naoni today, I thought was great. Obviously, he came on in the first half to replace Tyler Morton. And again, very similar to Morton, keeping it very simple, both very tidy on the ball, both not particularly physical, like they don't like to throw themselves about, really. But what I loved about both of them, certainly Naoni, is he lost the ball a couple times and made a conscious effort to win it back. And I just think, actually, the commentator nailed it when he was talking about this. That's going to win him over in conversations as opposed to his excellent play on the ball. In terms of a manager picking him, a young lad, you're going to pick him based on his determination, his aggression, his hunger, his desire. That says a lot more about who he is as a player for me than his ability on the ball at that age. For me, like having that again, Ngumoha, he's got that drive, right? This guy's not going to give up if he doesn't beat someone the first time. He's going to go at him again. We saw it against Preston. He went straight away. Minute one. It wasn't even a minute one yet, and he was already attacking that fullback, just relentless. I really like Ngumoha. I really do. He was the 100th worst player in the league. I might do that tomorrow. That's my vid tomorrow. I actually planned that before that as well. Slot pulled up with a FIFA 21 meta of fullbacks to centre-backs. Yeah, we have 4 fullbacks today, which is pretty crazy, right? Sorry, let's get back to the comments. I feel like I'm just picking random ones out. From now on, we're just going to go for every comment as it is. Sorry if I missed any, because there's been a few talking points, to be fair. What have we got left to talk about? Maybe Florian Wirtz we'll talk about at the end in a minute as well. He's definitely grown physically in the last 6 months. Is this Ngumoha we're talking about here, or Naoni? I think with Naoni, it's definitely true. With Ngumoha as well, yeah. I agree. He's very strong, isn't he? Very kind of low centre of gravity, hard to get off the ball, hard to push off. I see lots of Gravenberch in Naoni. I agree with that. Similar frame, similar profile. They want to receive the ball in similar ways. I think that's a really good comparison. This one's from Ahmed. Hope you're well, mate. We seriously need to sign 2 centre-backs, Gahey and Leone. Leone, yeah, I've got a video on Leone. I really like him. In fact, I signed him on a Hansa Rostock career mode. They're a 3rd-tier German team. There's nothing better in life than when your team signs a player you've been using on career mode. It's like, wow, I was right. But yeah, he looks great. Really different kind of profile. He's not particularly great on the ball. Like, in my opinion, he's a defender first, right? He's a ball winner first, which I think arguably we need. We've not got enough of them, to be honest with you. Elias, this one's from, what's your stance on Harvey Elliott? Stay or leave? For me, I'm on leave. I don't see a future for him at the club. I don't see where he fits in. I think he's too slow to be a right winger. I don't think he's strong enough to be a midfielder. Let me know your thoughts, Elias, but that's what I think. I think yesterday actually proved a lot of people, you know what I mean? This guy's not that he's not ready, because he absolutely is. He played for the England under-21s. He's always playing well for them. And he plays well for us a lot of the time, but it's like he's 3rd choice in his primary role, in his attacking midfield role. He's behind Sobersline Wirtz now. Maybe Hakatike, like, you know what I mean? I think Jones is more favourable as a number 8. I actually think, and this might be controversial, and I might get sick for this, I think Tyler Morton's preferred as an 8 to Elliott. As an 8, not as a 10, not as a inverted wing or whatever, as an 8. I think Tyler Morton is preferred. I would prefer to play him there. I think he's better defensively. He's definitely better defensively. He's more physical. I think he's just more noticeable on the pitch. Like, they're both quite composed. Elliott's obviously more technical and he's more creative, definitely. But Tyler Morton, I think he's often misprofiled as like this number 6 who just sits there. He's not that at all. I don't think he's that at all, in my opinion. I really like him, Morton. Do you know what the chances are that I get tickets in the ballot for the Anfield game? Probably not likely. I've been trying for 2 years. That's why I'm sat here. Brian, how Wirtz was so nonchalant with the ball is, yeah, mate. He was like slick today. He was really calm, really composed, really great watch as well. People were annoying me on social media. I don't know if they were rage baiting, but they were like, oh, he got a 6.6 on SofaScore. He's crap. It's like, what are you? Firstly, you're not a Liverpool fan, clearly. Why are you watching Liverpool play a pre-season game in Hong Kong on a Saturday? The sun's out. Get outside. Get your phone out and phone one of your friends. Talk to if you've got any, find some first. You know what I mean? Stop talking nonsense. People online are morons, and my comment section today was filled with kids and idiots, and both. Like, Christ, it can be both. I need to age restrict my comment section because, my word, the amount of people who base their football knowledge on Twitter and on FOTMOB ratings and on passes completed, on goals, it's embarrassing. Like, we all watched the game. Wirtz was great. Don't need you to tell me you got a 6.6. Oh yeah, actually, it was crap. You're right. You got a 6.6. Of course you're right. Idiots, mate. A lot of them. That video today got like 400k views, and every single one was saying about that. Every single comment. Like, yeah, right. Cheers, though, because, you know what I mean? Would you do a new LFC career mode? I was thinking about it. I'm not into the game, to be honest. I really don't like the game, so I don't think I'd enjoy it. And also, the problem with that was I got a lot of FIFA fans following me, and that's not what I want this channel to evolve into. Do you know what I mean? So I think politely, I'm going to leave it for now. I like Rio, but he's still young and can only develop. The hype around him is big. Yeah, the hype is big, but sometimes you're going to fall into the hype. Sometimes you're going to jump onto the train. And I think this Rio train has left the station, to carry the metaphor on there. I agree. However, ultimately, you've got a young player there. You've got a talented player there. You play him. You don't. Obviously, you manage his minutes, of course, but if he's only playing once every month, you've managed it there, haven't you? You've managed it. Well done. This one's from Billy. Rio Ngumoha, it looks like, does too many skills which won't work against top Premier League defenders. No, but I think there's an argument for that will work because they're not used to coming against players who, like, he's quite an old school winger, in my opinion, in terms of his. I'm literally gonna compare Rio Ngumoha then to Ronaldinho. I'm not gonna do that, or Neymar. Obviously, he's miles worse. He's not even a comparison, right? I'm comparing Rio Ngumoha to two of the best footballers ever. But just stylistically, in terms of how he wants to beat defenders, he's not like a Gakpo who wants to just he don't really do any skills or not got much flair, really. He's very good at close control and dribbling. But Ngumoha, he's like so fast and he's so very Hazard. Like, again, I'm not comparing the level of players, but profile-wise, he's very Hazard in the way he beats players. Sorry, he just is. And I see a lot of Eden Hazard in him. A lot of Musiala in him. Do you know what I mean by that? In my opinion, again, I'm not comparing the players, but the profiles. Wirtz showed amazing signs, especially for yeah, mate, Wirtz was great in my opinion. Such a great kind of second debut. This one's from Neve. Wirtz was just sensational. Still cannot believe his hours. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Like when you see we spent our record ever signing, but then you actually see him and he plays, and you realise how good he actually is, and you kind of get excited for wow, we're in for a treat here. This guy's seriously worth it. And I know it was a 45-minute cameo in a pre-season game in Hong Kong. But I'm getting excited. And if you can't get excited about your record transfer, what the hell can you get excited by? You know what I mean? If it was a rival fan doing the same, I'd understand it, personally. This one's from Rahul. What do you think of Elliott's future? Yeah, we've spoken a few times on Elliott. For me, it's a sell. I've said a few times here, it's a sell for me. Let me know your thoughts, Rahul. Thank you for the comment. Alex Jackson, how much would you want for Chiesa? I've no idea. I couldn't even guess. How much are we signing for? 15 mil? Similar amount? Like break even? It was always going to be that with Chiesa. It was always going to be okay, if he fails, we'll probably just break even. Maybe sell him for a bit less. But surely an Italian team pays 15 mil for him. Juventus. I don't know what their deal is, but Noah again. Would you keep Costas? For me, he's gone. Yeah, I like him. Obviously, he's great in the dressing room. He seems to be well liked, but today, I mean, a big mistake. But you can't base it on one game. I think he's been poor to okay for a couple of years now. He's never stood out. He's never been wow. You know, getting Kostas Tsimikas is playing today. He's a decent player who, for me, is not a great defender, who can put in a great cross, takes a great corner. Other than that, I'd rather Robertson in the squad. Two forward today, I agree with Brian. I agree. I'm working my way through these comments, guys. I apologise, I'm a bit behind. Alf Dibacetic going loan again. Where is he? He's injured, I believe, right now. Did Wirtz have a stinker? No, he's good, mate. Really good. This one's from Gur Hasnis. We have never had a familiar and organised back four, so there's not much to judge based on how hard it is to be organised in the first time playing together. Yeah, that's a fair point. It was a fairly fragmented defence, and it has been so far, actually, especially with Stevenson, right? Playing as a right back and a centre back, and it's quite nice to have a player like Stevenson, that kind of Swiss Army knife, just playing in there, filling in when there's a lot of uncertainties in the team now. One with Gomez being injured, Diaz and Nunes, their futures, etc. A couple new lads being eased into the team. It's nice to have someone like Stevenson just being able to fill in wherever he wants, and he's done an okay job for me. You playing FPL this year? No, I've lost interest, to be honest here. Starting to feel old watching Rio play, mate. Me too, and I'm 21. Do you know what I mean? That's crazy. If you are at this point in the live stream, in the video, if you're watching this on catch up, by the way, hello. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. These will be reposted to YouTube every single time I do it. So if you miss it live, don't worry. You can go back and rewatch. Make sure you subscribe down below. It's the easiest and freest, is that a word? Most free way of helping the channel and supporting, so thank you so much. There's also the membership option now available on the channel if you feel obliged. That would be amazing. I mean, that's the second milestone for me as a channel. 100 viewers, bang. Member, 10 members, 250 viewers, 500 viewers, 10 members, 700. That's 7. I'm never getting 700 viewers. Who's watching this? 700 people watching this. Imagine. If Kostas and Robertson are sold this season, Owen Beck, I've not seen much of Owen Beck, really. Was he at Blackburn? I don't even know. I'll get killed for that. I don't know. That was Morton, wasn't it? Morton was at Blackburn. Or was he at Blackburn as well? I don't remember. Liverpool's problem are the fullbacks. Kirkers and Frimpong are very offensive. Wingbacks, yeah, I agree. Only Kirkers is able to give... I agree. However, I just think Frimpong's recovery pace is so useful. Do you know what I mean by that? And I think defensively he's really underrated as well. People jump on the numbers like, oh, he's a winger, and he's actually pretty decent defensively, and he's shown that so far. That recovery pace gets you so far. As an 8, I agree. Elliott was shocking today. I agree, Quinton, be honest with you. Alex Wood agrees. Lol Z. Morton Loki played well this preseason. I agree with that. He played twice today. He came off and then back on. I think he's a metronome. I tell you, I think he's a really underrated player. I think everyone who's any Hull fans watching, any Blackburn fans, I believe he was at as well, will probably tell you the same. In fact, I know Hull fans would. I've got a mate who's a Hull fan. He raved about him. Do you think Morton gets any minutes? I hope so. Maybe a loan. I don't want to sell him. But he's at the stage now in his career, at his age as well, where he's not a 19-year-old anymore. It's probably sell territory with Morton, unfortunately. But surely a top-end championship club will be looking at him thinking, he's done it in the league before. He's a Liverpool player. He's played for England under 21s. You're looking at 15, 20 million for Tyler Morton. It sounds crazy when you hear that price tag, but he's a homegrown player, played for England under 21s, done it in the Championship before, done it in the Premier League, played at the Premier League club before, trained around top Premier League players, right? So thanks for the guy in there. Liverpool LFC 53. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Get into the YouTube. So yeah, Morton has that price tag. Maybe a low-level Premier League side could pick him up and start a lot of games, in my opinion. I'm just going to whiz through a lot of these comments, guys. There's so many in here. I really appreciate it. I've been going really slow, actually. Right, let's whiz through them and let's do like 10-second answers because we're going to cut this short while we go watch the darts. Lud, thank you. Morton is an underrated passer. I agree. Gary, Morton is quality on the ball. If he improves defensively, he's going to be great. I agree with that as well. I think he's physical enough to compete. I think Tyler Morton keeps getting too much hate. People want him sold. He does get too much hate. Yeah, I agree. He's getting misprofiled. Completely agree. I think he's not a number 6. Well, he's a number 6, but he's not like a one who sits there. I want him moving about. I want him maybe getting box to box as well. Maybe can that part of his game improve? I think so. Raziers, hello. At least with Frimpong coming in now, he'll give 100% while attacking and defending. Hopefully not as much laziness unlike a certain right back. I know what you mean there. What's latest with Barcola? Are we linked again? I don't know. It's gone quite quiet, that in my opinion, isn't it? Barcola. Do you think the plan after Salah goes is a diamond midfield with Isak and Ekitike? Yeah, that could be really interesting. That's 2 years' time, though, isn't it? You know, you never know who we could sign within 2 years' time. I'm not a Liverpool fan, but heard Gomez is injured. I need 2 centre-backs. I appreciate you joining as a non-Liverpool fan. Thank you. I think 2 centre-backs is needed. I think we'll sign 1, but I want 2 as cover. Zion Gordon. Elliott needs to improve his performances massively. It's game time. He didn't impress me at all today either. I agree with that. He was probably our worst player. Who would you rather keep if you had to choose between Bajcetic, Morton? I'd rather keep Bajcetic because I love him. I think he's the real deal. And I've seen him play for Liverpool before in the first team many times, and I loved him. But I don't know, that injury is a real issue. Gary, Frimpong is going to be much worse than Trent defensively. No, I disagree. I disagree. I disagree. His numbers are better, by the way. And at Leverkusen compared to Trent at Liverpool. In fact, guys, this darts is starting now. I'm just going to whiz past the most recent comments. Need 4 centre-backs. None of our squad played fully together yet. I agree. That's another point. Like, you can't take it too serious. Like, none of this squad, it's quite a fragmented, broken up squad, really. We've not seen, certainly the back line. We've had 2 different back lines for every single game now. So take it with a pinch of salt. I'm sure it'll all come together. Would getting Sam, I wouldn't want Simmons. No, instead of Wirtz. No, not after that 45 minutes from Wirtz, my word. I'm so sold. I'm so sold. N90, big up. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. What worries me is heading into next season is that what worries me most heading into next season, sorry, it's my fault, is the defence. We don't look solid and there are errors all over the place. We definitely need at least one quality centre-back. I agree with every single point. AJ24, thank you for dropping by, mate. I appreciate your contributions today. Hopefully see you again, mate. How many milestones to a Lambo? That's never going to happen. I don't think ever. We need a fucking member first, and I might get a Lambo. He was at Blackburn, yeah. Got bitten by the Preston. Of course, yeah, because he was that striker, wasn't he? That big, he looked like an Eastern European player. I don't actually know his name, but where are you from, Yorkshire, mate? Do you read How to Win the Premier League? I've never read it. I've heard good things though. Be honest with you. Right, we're George. Nice. I look at that name, George S. Do you like my name? I do. Hato Gay, for me, Matt Gay. I really like him. And I think Hato's more of a centre-back who could play full-back. I don't think we need one. I think we need a centre-back in Mark Gahey. Right, we're 46 minutes into my second ever stream. I've really enjoyed it. Over 120 people in here at one point. And that's amazing. That's more than I ever expected, really. Like, in my second ever stream, over 100 people here watching me talk. And over 130 consistently on TikTok, which is crazy. Next time, guys, get into the YouTube stream. I'm off to watch the darts. And hopefully, Josh Rock. Well, I don't really care, to be honest, actually. I'd love to see you again, basically. Leave a subscribe down below. Leave a like as well. Show you enjoy the stream. And see you in the next one. The stream next, maybe a Sunday stream. Maybe tomorrow. But we'll put in a definite schedule for certainly Monday. Certainly Monday. I'll see you later, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.